What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Big T, right here with all of you guys today. And this is your WWE Monday Night Raw review and result show for today, Monday, May 29th, 2023. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. This is your WWE Night of Champions 2023 Fallout show. Cody Rhodes challenges Brock Lesnar to one more match, as if we want to see another match between these two. I mean, one was enough, two is more than enough, we don't need a third, but anyway, and while it was nothing great tonight, but kick back, relax, we'll get this party started in just a little bit, and your WWE Monday Night Raw review and results show will be coming up next after we hit the introductions and everything else, so make sure you guys stay right here, and I will be right back.
This is M-Dog20, Matt Cross. We're in Cleveland, Ohio, and you were checking out Beyond the Ring with my man, Big T. Thank you, man. Big T.
Hello, this is EC3 of TNA Wrestling, and you are so very fortunate because you are watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.
This is the bad boy, Joey Janela, and you're watching Beyond the Ring.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the show here tonight, and I'm your host, Big T, right here with all of you right here, right now, today, and this is your WWE Monday Night Raw review and results show for today, Monday, May 29th, 2023. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Darth, didn't you hear me last week, man? I said I wasn't going to be back till Monday. I was taking a week off. You were right there in the chat, man. Right there in the chat last Monday night when I said I was taking the week off. I was taking the week off. And it's been about 4 years since I took time off. But yeah, I took some time off, and I mean, you were right in there, man, when I announced it last week for Monday Night Raw. But, yeah, I'm doing good, and I'm back. But I hope you guys are doing alright, and we're ready to go for Monday Night Raw. Which WWE, they didn't really give us a good show. They really didn't. I mean, if you really want to know, see, the whole thing is, alright, look at this. People are like, oh, I don't like Roman Reigns because I want the champion to be on the show all the time. Well, you know, it's like, my God, look at this. Seth Rollins is a world champion. He was on the show tonight. Did it upgrade the quality of Monday Night Raw to have a world champion present on the show? See, this is my point. And what is Seth Rollins? He's a babyface. Didn't really do anything to help the product at all. It didn't do anything to help the quality of the show. This is the point that I'm trying to get across to everybody. And it seems like people don't understand me when I say this. Just because you have a world champion on your show, it doesn't matter. It's not going to make the quality of your show any damn better. Just because, oh, I have a world champion on my show. So what? You got a world champion on your show. Congratulations. Does that make the quality of your product any better? No. Roman Reigns makes the quality of the product better. So I hope this even furthers my point as why Roman Reigns should not lose the Undisputed Universal Championship. Because if he does, the WWE will just get worse as a whole entirely. You know, straight up. But anyway. Let's see. Monday Night Raw. Let's open it up here. WWE Monday Night Raw. Got the results page up. But don't forget, guys, while you're in here, you want to help out the channel, don't forget, use the hashtag Justice for Pretty for pet rights, because pets are family. Me and Mama T, Little Pretty, we all appreciate it very much. And Pretty will always be our bright little shining star. We love you very much forever and ever, my sweet little angel. And then, of course, after you do that, don't forget to please donate to the show on PayPal by clicking on this link in the description of this video. Thank you guys very much. That link you see Becky Lynch pointing up at, that's the link you want. That link's pinned to the top of the YouTube live chat, Facebook live comments, all that stuff. And the link is pinned to the top of, the YouTube comments, Facebook comments, and it's at the top of the description of this video and every single video that I do in the description. So, yeah, any amount you guys donate to the show, big or small, would be very much appreciated and really help everything out. So please donate right now. Alright. WWE Monday Night Raw review and results for Monday, May 29, 2023. We got new women's tag team champions crowned. Big deal. We hear from Cody Rhodes and more. WWE Monday Night Raw for Monday, May 29, 2023 is coming to us live from the MVP Arena in Albany, New York. After coming up short against Brock Lesnar at WWE Night of Champions this past Saturday due to referee stoppage, Cody Rhodes will be appearing on tonight's episode of Raw as the issues between Cody and Brock have been well documented over the past several weeks, and Brock's win means that both men now have a victory over one another. The first two entrants in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match in London, England on July 1st will be determined tonight as Shinsuke Nakamura collides with Bronson Reed while Ricochet goes one-on-one with The Miz in qualifying matches. The third participant in the Money in the Bank ladder match will be revealed on this coming Friday's edition of WWE Friday Night SmackDown as LA Knight goes head-to-head with Montez Ford, and Zelina Vega faces Lacey Evans to determine the first entrant in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan were forced to vacate the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships a couple of weeks ago as a result of an injury Liv Morgan sustained. Tonight, Raquel Rodriguez has a shot at regaining the title as she joins forces with Shotzi to take on Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. Damage Control, which is Bayley and Io Sky, and Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green, the no-good, talentless cunt, Chelsea Green. Additionally, Seth freaking Rollins will be holding a World Heavyweight title celebration after defeating AJ Styles on Saturday to become the new World Heavyweight Champion in the finals of the tournament. So that's everything that they had set up for Monday Night Raw tonight to give us, So at this point here, I mean, my God, the show, WWE really needs to do better. Really. Because they have not, I don't know what it is, but WWE, the whole thing is their product is, it doesn't make sense. You wonder why certain people are fighting. That doesn't make sense. There's a lot of things that fucking, concern you when looking at the product the way it is right now. That's for sure. But, let's take a look here. Let's take a look here to see where we start off. Well, we start off with the World Champion, which, honestly, it didn't upgrade, the quality of Monday Night Raw to have a World Champion. I don't know what you guys think about it, but hopefully somebody out there, some way, somehow, sometime, will understand that 2 World Champions is not the answer. It's just fucking not. It really isn't. I will say the show wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. If I was to use, a term to describe the show tonight, mildly entertaining, I say, would be the way to go. Because it wasn't really bad, but let me tell you something, it wasn't really good either. It just wasn't. So, if you want to know, that's where I'm at. That's exactly where I'm at with how I feel about it. So anyway, let's get in to hear what Seth Rollins has to say. And you know what? Seth Rollins ripped his leather pants tonight coming down from the ring. They were ripped open, totally ripped apart, shredded, So, that's one thing that happened. That's how Seth Rollins' title reign kicked off, but Seth freaking Rollins holds a World Heavyweight Championship celebration to start off the show. Confetti rains down from the ceiling and the fans are singing Seth Rollins' song before Seth welcomes everybody to Monday Night Rollins. Seth says it has been a long road to get to the World Heavyweight Championship with lots of highs and lows, but things feel right. Seth says he doesn't want to talk about the past, but rather the future. Seth says he wants to be a champion that'll be on television and one who is ready for a fight. As Seth says he wants a fight, and no matter who steps to him, he will come out the other side as the World Heavyweight Champion. So, at this point, you knew somebody was going to have something to say about this. AJ Styles music hits. AJ heads down to the ring and he's staring down Seth, and then he grabs a microphone and says, AJ says, that while he's supposed to be on SmackDown, he couldn't resist coming to Raw to congratulate Seth Rollins. AJ says he gave Seth everything he had, but somehow Seth knew what AJ was going to do. AJ tells Seth that fans think he deserves to be champion, but he doesn't think Seth does AJ doesn't think he does because Seth earned the right to be the World Heavyweight Champion. Seth says he's not too good at these things, but taking the beating he gave him at Night of Champions, Seth says that AJ deserves a handshake. Seth offers AJ his hand, and AJ takes it. Judgment Day's music hits. We got Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, Rhea Ripley, and Damian Priest. They all appear. Balor says whatever just happened between AJ and Seth makes him nauseous. Damian Priest agrees. Rhea says the Judgment Day runs Raw. As they get inside the ring, Priest says, Rhea's right, except they now run all of WWE after the Bloodline imploded. Balor brags about defeating Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and Rhea tells Seth not to get too comfortable because one of them will inevitably beat Seth to become the new World Heavyweight Champion. Seth and AJ laugh, and Dominic gets defensive, saying, "Don't laugh at Mommy." But anyway, Balor says Judgment Day saw Seth and AJ beat one another half to death, and Dominic says the Judgment Day will finish the job tonight. AJ says that sounds like a challenge. Rhea says that was what they did. Seth accepts the challenge and says any two of them can take on himself and AJ Styles tonight in a tag team match in the main event. And I'm like, oh God. Because a lot of people are saying, okay, there's no clear-cut winner or no clear-cut next challenger for Seth Rollins. But if you realistically look at Seth Rollins' potential challengers as to who he could have face him for the World Heavyweight Championship, I think Balor was probably going to be the way that they're going to go. It just seems like it's going to be Balor. You guys can let me know what you think, but I don't know. It just seems like Balor would be the guy that they're going to go for in that instance. It just feels that way. It seems that way. Let me know what you guys think about that. Because, that could be the case. Ah, boy, so let's see here. I got my Fiji water tonight. Again. I do. Fiji Water Foundation, that's the fact. That's the fact, Jack. Let's take a look here. The Fiji Water Foundation. The Fiji Water Foundation was created in 2007 with two goals. First, to support the communities where we live and work. Second, to preserve Fiji's natural beauty. Since then, we have funded the initiatives that include providing clean water and healthcare access to local communities, building educational facilities, and helping preserve the Selby Basin rainforest because it is the Earth's finest water, which Fiji is. There's a reason why. It's my favorite water. You know what it is? It's Vince McMahon approved. Fiji water? It's such good shit, pal. Yeah, it's Vince McMahon approved. That's how good it is. It's Vince McMahon approved. Alright. Cheers. Alright. So, I mean, the opening to Raw was okay. I wasn't really that enthused about the main event, match that they had. One thing that I did not like about the open of the show is that if WWE is really dead set on, doing something with their draft, why the fuck are you having AJ Styles, who's a SmackDown guy, show up on Raw? What is this crap? I thought the draft, everything was supposed to be separate, and now you got all these people, You had Paul Heyman 2 times already, show up from SmackDown on Raw. Now you got AJ Styles showing up from SmackDown on Raw. It's like, what is the deal with all this? I don't understand, what the whole deal is. Get it right, If guys are on SmackDown, they're on SmackDown. If guys are on Raw, they're on Raw. Quit, fucking moving them back and forth, which I would prefer everybody on one show anyway. Here's an idea. Get rid of the fucking brand split, because the brand split sucks. And even WWE knows that the brand split fucking sucks. That's exactly why they keep having people switch from Raw and SmackDown, because the brand split is horrible. Get rid of the damn thing. Get rid of the stupid brand split. So easy to do. Anyway. Oh my god. But it was an alright segment. To kick off the show. Nothing great, but that's alright. Ricochet then makes his way down to the ring, and The Miz follows. We got Ricochet versus The Miz in a Money in the Bank qualifying match. The bell rings. Both men lock up. Ricochet delivers an arm drag and a kick that sends The Miz tumbling out of the ring, and then delivers another kick to The Miz's head right off of the apron and follows it up with a moonsault. As both men get back in the ring, and The Miz lands a Hurricane Rana, and The Miz lands a kick of his own before the action spills back outside of the ring, and The Miz sends Ricochet's head bouncing off the announce desk as he chucks Ricochet back in the ring, and then ascends to the top and hits a double axe handle. We go to commercial, come back from the commercial break. The Miz delivers a crossbody off the top rope, and he fires off a series of kicks across Ricochet's chest. But Ricochet responds with the knee and sends The Miz head first in the top turnbuckle. Ricochet lands a back elbow, but The Miz fires back with a DDT and goes for a pin. Ricochet kicks out and hits a blockbuster, and then ascends to the top and delivers a shooting star press for the 1, 2, 3 and the pin in the win. Your winner is Ricochet. It was an alright match, but Ricochet was expected to win, of course. I mean, The Miz is nothing more than a jobber to the stars. I mean, really, if you think about it, that's all The Miz is. The Miz is nothing more than a jobber to the stars, period. It's like the best thing I could tell you right there about The Miz. But, yeah, I mean, it was okay. It was nothing special. It was just alright. I'll say just alright. This match. Ricochet qualifies for the 2023 Men's Money in the Bank ladder match. On July 1st, WWE Money in the Bank will make a stop in London, England. And on Monday night, WWE Monday Night Raw found its first entrant into the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, Ricochet. All he had to do was go through a former Money in the Bank winner and WWE champion, The Miz. And The Miz didn't make it easy during their back-and-forth singles match. The Miz pulled out all the stops, including connecting with both a Hurricane Rana and a Springboard crossbody, but it wasn't enough in the end, as Ricochet was eventually able to land his breathtaking shooting star press to seal the victory. This will mark Ricochet's third appearance in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, having first appeared in 2019 and then again in 2021. The Miz, on the other hand, was looking to punch his ticket to a fifth Money in the Bank ladder match, and while The Miz is a one-time winner of the briefcase, having successfully cashed in to defeat Randy Orton for the then WWE Championship, that was all the way back in 2010. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be, and now Ricochet will be looking to make his third attempt at charm. The last time Ricochet held singles gold was when he was the Intercontinental Champion as a member of WWE Friday Night SmackDown, a title that Ricochet held for 3 months until Gunther began his historic Intercontinental title reign. Money in the Bank qualifying matches are set to continue this week on both on Raw and this Friday on SmackDown. Up next for the men, LA Knight will take on Montez Ford. So there you go. Alright. So that was Ricochet. Now this next segment here was fucking horrible. You want to talk about garbage? You want to talk about a horrible segment? This was horrible. This is where things really went down on Raw. We hear from Trish Stratus and Zoe Stark. Trish as a heel is completely fucking insufferable. I can't handle it. I really cannot handle it. Trish needs to be babyface, get rid of this fucking stupid heel shtick. It doesn't work. Trish says she doesn't care, if fans thank her because she doesn't care what they think. Trish then brags about defeating Becky Lynch at Night of Champions. And Trish says, what you do when you're the GOAT and number one. What do you do when you're the GOAT and number one? Trish then says that Becky can crawl back in her hole and sort out her problems while other real superstars get their shot. Trish says the superstar she's about to introduce helped her not because she asked, but because she wanted to. And then Trish introduces Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark's music hits. She comes down to the ring wearing a Thank You Trish t-shirt. I'm like, oh my god. Trish and Zoe embrace one another before saying she came to WWE to make a statement. As Zoe says, who better to learn from than Trish? And while she could have taken the long road, she was smart. As she says, Trish is giving, humble, and kind. And then she thanks Trish. And Zoe then notices a mark on Trish's face. And, Trish says Becky caused it. Trish then tells Becky not to show her face here unless she wants a beating from Zoe. Becky's music hits. Becky appears. Becky tells Zoe she will ruin her life and adds that since herself and Trish are still both in their wrestling gear, why not finish things? Becky then charges at Zoe, but Becky immediately levels Zoe and gets inside the ring with Trish. Becky lands a flying shoulder tackle and then rains down some right hands. Zoe blindsides Becky and delivers a forearm to her back and then hits a running knee. Trish and Zoe then begin firing off stomps in the corner before Zoe lands a Z360 and holds Becky in place for Trish as Trish kisses her Hall of Fame ring and clocks Becky with it. So who does Trish think she is now? MJF, really? And then, every time Trish talks, all she's doing is smiling. The delivery of her promos are absolutely horrible. She can't cut a promo to save her fucking life, basically, She can. She really can. Hey, Lisa, what's going on? How you doing? Good to see you back. Good to see you back. But yeah, what a horrible segment between Trish and her horrible fucking promo, and then Becky coming out looking like she's a highlighter. You know what I mean by a highlighter? Those fucking highlighting pens? That's what she looked like. She was so fluorescent, and just the bodysuit's ridiculous, the color's ridiculous, her hair is as flat as ever, and then they're making her hair this bright orange instead of that subtle reddish orange that she had. I don't know, it's like, what are they doing with her again? This whole feud is complete fucking garbage. Period. This was terrible. And then they're using fake piped in crowd noise, boos, faked fucking piped in boos for Trish. Because you hear the boos so loud in the arena, and then you look out in the crowd and nobody's even making a fucking peep. It's like, really? Do they expect me to believe that? Do they really want to insult our intelligence that far and think we're that fucking stupid? It's like, give me a break. Please give me a break. Anyway. Show didn't get any better here. Really didn't get any better here. Indus go up against Javier Bernal and Kevin Ventura Cortez. Really? Indus blindsides Bernal and Ventura Cortez, and then the bell rings, and Veer whips Bernal into the corner. Sangha tags in and sends Bernal into the top turnbuckle face first. Ventura Cortez tags in, and Sangha drags him into the ring, as he then plants Bernal on top of Ventura Cortez, and then tags Veer back in. Veer then lands an elbow drop for the 1-2-3 and the pin in the win. Your winners are Indus Sher. And of course, Jinder Mahal was out there in the corner of Indus Sher. But I could give a single flying fuck about this match. So this is another thing that sucked. Bad. That was really terrible shit. So, well, Jinder Mahal's involved in the segment too. I bet that's why it's so fucking bad too. Because Jinder Mahal's a fucking idiot. But anyway. Go to commercial, come back from the commercial break. We head to a video recapping the undisputed tag team championship match between the Bloodline and the tag team champions Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Of course, the Bloodline members were Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa this time. So, we hear from Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Sami says himself and KO are feeling good coming off their victory at Night of Champions, and then says they did what they set out to do. He says they watched the Bloodline crumble, and Roman deserves all of what is happening to him, as Sami says it doesn't matter what else Roman accomplishes in his career, because Roman will have to look at their faces and remember he lost to them. Imperium's music hits, Imperium appears, Ludwig Kaiser says while Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn's victory was impressive, it was not as impressive as Gunther's win over Mustafa Ali at Night of Champions. KO then asks Imperium, why are you guys here? Why are you guys here? And it's not the Wild West. So Kevin Owens told him. KO gets heated before Sammy calms him down and says they had no business, Imperium had no business coming out here since their names were not mentioned. He says they should be preparing for their match against the Alpha Academy and reminds them that they came up short to themselves and Matt Riddle not too long ago. Ludwig Kaiser says that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn being undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, and says that they aren't worthy of holding the titles or representing Raw. KO asks why Giovanni Vinci never talks while Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser always do. But Kaiser cuts him off and says no one disrespects them. So there you go. Then from that point, it wasn't the worst segment, but it wasn't the best. It was just like one of those things where it was like, oh, okay. Babyface tag team coming out, basically celebrating, their win or whatever the fuck you want to call it over Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, so it is what it is. But anyway, Chad Gable, Otis, and Maxine Dupree then appear on the ramp, and Gable says they will hand Imperium their lessons. Sammy and KO ask Chad Gable to say his thing, and Gable says, "Thank you," as Gable throws Alpha Academy's signature gesture up. Good stuff. So now we got Imperium, Ludwig Kaiser, Giovanni Vinci against Alpha Academy, Otis, and Chad Gable with Maxine Dupree in their corner. So, at this time, KO and Sammy join commentary as Gable and Kaiser begin the action. The bell rings and the pair lock up. Kaiser lands a shoulder tackle and follows it up with a right hand. Gable lands an arm drag before Vinci tries to interfere, but Gable levels him as he then plants Kaiser as Valhalla, the Viking Raiders manager, appears at ringside. Maxine Dupree clocks Valhalla, but Valhalla becomes enraged and chases Maxine Dupree through the curtain. Back in the ring, Vinci tags in and sends Gable into the top turnbuckle face first. He lands a chop and a body slam and then tags Kaiser back in. Kaiser lands an open palm strike and continues to wear him down before Otis tags in and lands a splash. He follows it up with a caterpillar and goes for a pin, but Vinci breaks up the fall. Otis dumps him to the outside and then tags Gable in. Gable rolls up Kaiser, but Kaiser reverses the fall. Gable kicks out, Kaiser tags in. Imperium hit the Imperium bomb for the 1-2-3 and the pin and the win. Your winners are Imperium. Match was what it was. Nothing special, nothing too good, but nothing really bad either. It was what it was. Okay. Raquel Rodriguez, after that match, Raquel Rodriguez and Shotzi head down to the ring. Sonya Deville and the no-good cunt Chelsea Green are out there along with Damage Control, Bayley, and Io Sky. And Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler follow. So, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, Raquel Rodriguez and Shotzi, Damage Control of Bayley and Io Sky, and Sonya Deville and the cunt Chelsea Green in a fatal 4-way match to crown brand new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. That's what we're looking at, folks. That's what we are looking at here. So let's see what we're going to get out of this match. And let me tell you something, with Chelsea Green being in a match, we ain't getting fucking barely nothing out of this match, I'll tell you that much. You really don't get shit out of a Chelsea Green match, except maybe the shits. You know, you'll get diarrhea because she fucking sucks. That's about it. So, Raquel and Sonya begin the action. The bell rings. Raquel lands a shoulder tackle. Io tags in, lands a drop kick, and then fires off several forearms, tags in Bayley. Raquel plants Bayley face first before the cunt tags in Chelsea. Rodriguez drags Chelsea in the ring and then looks to tag in either Ronda or Shayna. Both women duck out of the ring before Raquel sends Chelsea crashing into Shayna. Shotzi tags in and hits a tope suicida. We go to commercial. We come back from the commercial break. Shayna tags in and lands a suplex on Shotzi as she stomps on Shotzi's hand and whips her into the corner, but Shotzi lands a boot. Ronda interferes from the apron, but Shotzi clocks her and hits a neck breaker on Shayna as she tags in Raquel and she delivers a she delivers a shoulder tackle to Shayna and then follows it up with a clothesline and a pair of fallaway slams. Ronda then tags in and stares down Raquel as she then fires off right hands on Raquel's midsection. But Raquel responds with a shoulder tackle and gets Ronda up for the Tahana Bomb. Shayna saves Ronda, but Raquel plants her with a Tahana Bomb of her own. She then locks in an arm submission on Raquel, but Bayley breaks up the hold with an elbow drop off the top rope. Chelsea Green tags herself in and sends Ronda into the ring post shoulder first, but Raquel plants her. Sonya Deville, who's now legal, lands a knee on Raquel and then tags Chelsea back in. Io tags in and delivers a double drop kick to Chelsea and Sonya, and then plants Raquel with a right hand as she hits a Meteora and goes for a pin, but Shotzi breaks up the pinfall as she then tags in and gets Io on her shoulders and follows it up with a facebuster and a suplex. Io responds with a flapjack and sets up for the over the moonsault, but Ronda tags herself in. Io sets Ronda up for a superplex, but Shotzi pulls both women down and looks to ascend to the top as Shayna tries to interfere, but Shotzi pushes her off and Shotzi continues her ascent up to the top. Shotzi looks for, her senton, the ball pit splash or whatever it is, but Ronda counters it right into an armbar. Shotzi taps out immediately as soon as she gets in the armbar. So that's for the win, and the title's your winners and the brand new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. It's whatever, this match is pointless. We knew Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler were going to win. I think everybody knew that. This match was about as useless as ever. And another thing is, when Chelsea Green's in a match, it makes you want to go take a shit. So, it's about all this match gave you, was like shit-inducing, just horrible Chelsea Green fucking bullshit. So Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships on Raw. Once again, we have new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. This time they've arrived in the form of a dangerous duo of Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. Monday night on WWE Monday Night Raw, a fatal four-way tag team match was held to crown new women's tag team champions. In the end, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, who returned to television only 2 weeks ago after last wrestling at WrestleMania 39, prevailed following a late surge from Shotzi. Raquel Rodriguez's newest tag partner, Shayna Baszler, then managed to distract the ballsy badass of Shotzi, as she calls herself, just long enough. As the baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey proceeded to catch Shotzi in an armbar, causing Shotzi to tap out immediately. So, that's the story of that bullshit. Alright. It's really nothing that great, I'm sure, as you can tell. Alright, let's take a look. What's next? After Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler win the useless women's tag team titles, those titles might as well just be burned and thrown in the trash, because they are totally fucking useless championships that nobody really needs at all. So, Dolph Ziggler then makes his way down to the ring, and JD McDonough follows. So we got JD McDonough going one-on-one with Dolph Ziggler. The bell rings. Dolph Ziggler wastes no time. He rains down right hands, but McDonough fires back with a suplex and dumps Ziggler out of the ring. McDonough sends Ziggler into the announce desk face first and then rams him into the ring steps. As the referee begins a count-out, McDonough keeps beating Ziggler down on the outside, and the referee calls for the bell. And I don't know if it was disqualification, count-out, whatever it is, but referee just stopped everything after the so-called match. McDonough gets Dolph Ziggler on the ring steps and jams his knee into Ziggler's neck before stomping on it. So, we would have had a decent match here, but because of their stupid bullshit, we couldn't get a nice match between Dolph Ziggler and JD McDonough. We just had to get some stupid-ass match that ended with no decision, so I'm sure that one was a Vince McMahon fucking choice. Anyway, we go to commercial. We come back from the commercial break. Cody Rhodes heads to the ring. We hear from Cody Rhodes with his broken arm and all. Cody Rhodes asks Albany, New York. He's like, so, Albany, what do you guys want to talk about? Cody then says he knows what's hanging in the air. As Cody says he came up short against Brock Lesnar at Night of Champions due to referee stoppage. Cody then says that he didn't tap out to Brock Lesnar because that's not the man he wants to be. Cody says he might have tapped years ago, but sometimes second chances don't come again. As Cody says he has a question for Brock, and says he has to look in the camera since Brock is nowhere to be found, because he has taken his annual vacation. And then Cody looks in the camera and asks Brock if he's satisfied. Cody then throws out an open challenge, since they each have a victory, one victory apiece. So Cody's like, I'm not a big sports guy or whatever, but it's 1-1, and when it's 1-1, you gotta have the tiebreaker. But anyway, he's challenging him since they at least have a victory. Cody says he hopes Brock is watching, because if he's in a ring, he's there to fight him. Cody says he wants tonight to be the final time he rattles off Brock's accomplishments, and then Cody does so. Cody says Brock is beast enough to break his arm, but not man enough to make him tap out. Brock says that Cody is afraid of him. Cody says that Brock is afraid of him and tosses the microphone aside. So that was, that was, again, a whole lot of nothing. By Cody Rhodes doing this, it's just making his babyface push more and more forced, not genuine or anything like that, I really do think that Cody deserves better than this, but if Vince McMahon is really running the ship, you can understand why Cody's not really getting a better roses here than what he's been given. It makes sense. Really does make sense if you think about it. But let's see anyway. Yeah, Cody, that's when he said Brock is afraid of him and tosses the mic aside, so that was it. I mean, do I think Cody needs to be booked differently? Yes. I mean, this whole, Cody Rhodes being babyface thing to finally lead him to the title eventually, I think it's going to be worse than John Cena becoming Super Cena, to be honest with you. Because it's just not looking like it's going to be good. I think it's all going to be disastrous. If they're not careful. But anyway, we then head backstage to Kathy Kelly and Matt Riddle. And Kathy Kelly asks Matt Riddle about his men's Money in the Bank qualifying match. And Matt Riddle voices his excitement, noting that it's going to be a hot bro summer. Gunther walks in and wishes Riddle good luck on winning the match, and then says he hopes Riddle cashes the Money in the Bank briefcase in on him. So I guess now if you win Money in the Bank, you can cash it in on any champion. Is that what they're trying to say? I'm curious. That makes me curious. Anyway, guys, it's whatever. Back at ringside, Shinsuke Nakamura heads down to the ring, and then Bronson Reed follows down to the ring as well. So Ricochet qualified for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. And now we got another qualifier. We got Shinsuke Nakamura going one-on-one against Bronson Reed in a Money in the Bank qualifying match. The bell rings and Reed shoves Nakamura into the corner as he follows it up with a body slam, but Nakamura responds with a few right hands. Reed then lands a chop and whips Nakamura into the corner once again before the action spills to the outside. Reed looks to go flying off the apron, but Nakamura sweeps his leg and then delivers a running knee to his face and a second knee to the back of his head. We go to commercial, come back from the commercial break. Reed and Nakamura exchange forearms with one another. Reed gains the upper hand and lands a clothesline before he ascends to the top. Nakamura trips him and then delivers the knee to his midsection and climbs up to the middle as he goes flying, but Reed catches him with a big boot and follows it up with a big power slam. He then climbs to the top and looks for the tsunami Bronson Reed does, but Nakamura rolls out of the way. Nakamura rolls out of the way and lands a knee strike to the back of Bronson Reed's neck, which looks like a Kinshasa. Nakamura then lands a Kinshasa again, so 2, and looks to pin Reed, but Reed rolls out of the ring before Nakamura can even hit him. So now, Nakamura delivers a drop kick to Reed on the outside as the referee begins the 10 count. Reed makes it back in before 10. He makes it back in before the 10 count. But anyway, where Nakamura meets him with a second Kinshasa to Bronson Reed, and that gets the 1, 2, 3 and the pin and the win. Your winner is Shinsuke Nakamura, and Shinsuke Nakamura also qualifies now for the 2023 Men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Is Shinsuke Nakamura. But yeah, Nakamura moves on to Money in the Bank. And I also want to take, let's see, Nakamura moves on to Money in the Bank. So, yeah, I'm surprised Bronson Reed didn't make it, folks. Bronson Reed, that one shocks me. That they didn't put him in, they're pushing Nakamura more than they're pushing, Bronson Reed. I don't know how to think of that. I don't know how to really feel about that, but, that's what's going on here. That's exactly what's going on here, so. Nakamura wins and qualifies, then we go to commercial, we come back from the commercial break. We had a video from WWE honoring Memorial Day, and then we go back at ringside. AJ Styles heads down to the ring, Seth freaking Rollins then comes on next, and then the Judgment Day follows. So right here, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event of the evening for WWE Monday Night Raw. Yeah, the main event of the evening for WWE Monday Night Raw. Tag team match. Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. Which, keep in mind, AJ Styles is a SmackDown guy, but AJ Styles nonetheless. With Seth Rollins going up against the Judgment Day. Against the Judgment Day of Finn Balor and Damian Priest. And then, Seth Rollins and AJ Styles against the Judgment Day of Finn Balor and Damian Priest. They got Dominic Mysterio in the corner. Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley are in their corner, by the way. So Seth Rollins and AJ Styles are a little, outnumbered, but still. You got a Raw guy and a SmackDown guy competing in the same tag team match on Raw. I just don't get it. I don't. But anyway. Dominic looks to begin the action with Seth as the bell rings and Balor blindsides Seth, revealing himself to be Damian Priest's real tag team partner. Seth then lands on the outside and accidentally puts his arm around Rhea. Both Seth and Rhea scream. Rhea asks Seth what he's doing. Seth runs and gets back in the ring, and Priest whips him into the corner, as he fires off the right hand and several stomps before AJ and Balor tag in. So AJ delivers a right hand to Balor. And gets him up on his shoulders. Balor escapes. AJ hits him with a backbreaker. Priest tags in as things spill to the outside. Dominic and AJ get into a spat. They get into a spat, allowing Priest to blindside him and deliver a shoulder tackle to him that sends him crashing all over the announce desk. We go to commercial, we come back from the commercial break. Priest dumps AJ out of the ring. Rhea holds him in place for Dominic, but Seth intervenes, and the referee ejects Rhea and Dominic from ringside after catching them in the act. AJ gets back in the ring and lands a Pele kick and then tags in Seth. Balor tags in, and Seth plants him, and then sends him into the middle turnbuckle phase first, as he then delivers a knee off the top rope. Knee off the top rope before shoving him into the corner. Priest tags in and sets up for the South Island chokeslam, but Seth escapes. Balor makes the blind tag as Seth and Priest teeter on the top rope. Seth lands a hard superplex and then rolls through for the Falcon Arrow, but Priest is the one that ends up really hitting the Falcon Arrow. Balor then sets up for the coup de grace, but Seth moves out of the way and hits a super kick. AJ and Priest tag in. AJ hits an enziguri. Priest responds with the Razor's Edge and goes for a pin, but Seth breaks the fall. He breaks the fall with Seth Rollins breaks the pinfall up with the curb stomp, and right after that curb stomp, AJ Styles tags himself in, and Seth delivers a second curb stomp to Damian Priest for the 1-2-3 and the pin and the win. Your winners are Seth freaking Rollins and AJ Styles. Whew. And that, everybody, that right there is how WWE Monday Night Raw went off the air tonight. Those were like the big pieces of information that I could give you. But yeah, this show's, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't really good. It was just kind of there. It existed. It did its thing. You know? It existed, it did its thing. You know, that was that. Oh my god. Alright. Yeah, that was the main event. Not that spectacular main event, and then just have the show go right off the air with nothing special or anything like that, you know. Yeah, it just wasn't the best. But that's what we had. That's all we had. So now I gotta rate the show. Because there's like, let's see, is there any big news? Big news stories I could kind of give you guys. Let's see. Yeah, you know what, guys? I'm shocked. There's like really no other stories even that I could give you on this. I'm sure it's something, you'd expect, but there's no other news stories. There's really, nothing to go off of here. It was, probably because it was Memorial Day, yes. And that made it that way too, to where, there was no news, and it was just, it was what it was. But was Raw good? I'm really not gonna say like, oh my god, Raw was so good, because no. It really wasn't. But it wasn't bad either. See, this is the whole thing. Nothing was really good, nothing was really bad, it just was what it was, and that was that, There was a couple things that were really bad, like I told you guys about, but, that's about it. Other than that, everything was good, everything else is fine. But there was a couple things, that was bad. So, anyway, let me know what you guys think about all that stuff. But there's literally no news here. So now as far as to what I would rate. What would I rate WWE Monday Night Raw tonight? Well, WWE Monday Night Raw for today, Monday, May 29th, 2023, on this Memorial Day. WWE Monday Night Raw for Monday, May 29th, 2023. I'm going to go ahead and give the show a 6. I'll say a straight up 6 out of 10. It was mildly entertaining. It was okay. Average middle of the road show. A tad bit more decent to good than bad. And that's just that, folks. That's just that. And that was Monday Night Raw tonight, in a nutshell. I wish I could have been more energetic upon my return, but they just didn't give me anything to really sink my teeth into, so, what can I say? They could have did better. They could have did better, but, let me see. Money in the Bank qualifying matches, of course, began tonight on Raw. WWE confirmed on Twitter earlier this morning that Money in the Bank qualifying matches will indeed get underway when the May 29th edition of WWE Monday Night Raw comes to the MVP Arena in Albany, New York. However, for the time being, they are remaining coy on who the participants will be. That isn't the case for this Friday's SmackDown, though. It was confirmed last week that LA Knight will be facing off against Montez Ford, while Zelina Vega takes on Lacey Evans in their respective qualifying matches. One potential participant we can almost certainly already rule out on the women's side of things, though, is last year's Women's Money in the Bank winner Liv Morgan due to a recent shoulder injury. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez were forced to relinquish their WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. A couple of weeks ago, while There remains no timetable for a return. In even more unfortunate news, it was reported that Liv Morgan's injury was worse than expected. In fact, Liv Morgan may even require surgery. So, with Night of Champions in the rearview mirror, it will be interesting to see if any past winners throw their name in the hat. On Raw, Braun Strowman, The Miz, Otis, Seth Rollins, and even Brock Lesnar have secured the Money in the Bank briefcase before. Though with Seth Rollins becoming the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion over the weekend, that likely takes him out of the equation. When it comes to women of Raw, aside from Liv Morgan, the likes of Nikki Cross, who then used to be Nikki Trash, and Alexa Bliss are all past winners as well of WWE Money in the Bank. And with so many recent call-ups from WWE NXT to consider, the possibilities for these qualifying matches are endless. Until then, WWE Money in the Bank is scheduled for Saturday, July 1st, 2023, from the O2 Arena in London, England, which that's going to be an afternoon pay-per-view, a Saturday afternoon pay-per-view, go figure. For Money in the Bank. It's such good shit, pal. Yeah. Alright, guys. Anyway. That's a little bit of news that I got. I know it might not be the most exciting thing in the world, but at least I got something. And here's another thing. Rhea Ripley reacts to Dominic Mysterio reference at AEW Double or Nothing. In typical Platinum Max caster fashion, the, caster, he dropped some fresh verses during the Acclaim's entrance at AEW Double or Nothing on Sunday night. So, yeah, during the Acclaimed entrance at AEW Double or Nothing on Sunday night, okay. As the team of Platinum Max caster Anthony Bowens and daddy-ass Billy Gunn approach the ring to challenge the House of Black for the AEW World Trios Championships, Max Caster talked trash. Caster trash talked their Macabre opponents. For this diss track, the master of the mic drop, Max Caster, gave a shout out to some top WWE superstars associated with Buddy Matthews. They responded on social media. Previously known as Buddy Murphy, in the WWE, the Australian wrestler Buddy Matthews is currently dating the Judgement Day member and SmackDown Women's Champion Rhea Ripley. Max Caster referenced the relationship in his signature freestyle during the annual Double or Nothing pay-per-view. And, during the Double or Nothing pay-per-view. So, let's see. As well as Rhea's on-screen romance with Dominic Mysterio, he said Buddy acts all ominous when he's getting cucked by a kid named Dominic. The crowd then proceeded to chant, "Who's your mommy?" at Buddy Matthews. In response, Rhea Ripley addressed the lyrics with a simple tweet the following morning, where Rhea Ripley said, "Hey, Dominic Mysterio, we are over in 2 companies." Meaning we're over in 2 companies now, with wrestling fans acknowledging Mommy and Dum Dum all over the wrestling world. She's certainly not wrong. As for the match, despite a valiant effort from the Office Supply enthusiast, House of Black members Buddy Matthews, Brody King, and Malachi Black got the best of their of the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass, and retained their coveted 6-man tag team championships, their titles, their coveted titles, in yet another open house match. Now the terrifying trio, the House of Black, moves on to the next challenge from another team, or another trio that seeks to separate them from their Trios Championship gold. And that was that. Oh boy. So that was something I was able to get into at least, right? What's up, Hunter? What's up, Hunter? Alright. Oh, I know, Hunter. It drives me fucking crazy too, man. It does. It's enough to drive me crazy. By the way, real quick in closing, Rikishi teases involvement in WWE's ongoing Bloodline storyline saga. The Bloodline is crumbling, it appears. Rikishi, whose real name is Salofa Fatu Jr., has seen enough. In the closing stages of WWE Night of Champions Saturday afternoon, Jimmy Uso turned on Roman Reigns, causing Roman and Solo Sikoa to lose their shot at the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions in the hours since the WWE Hall of Famer, who is the real-life father of Jimmy and Jey Uso and Solo Sikoa, has shared his thoughts, granted via a small handful of cryptic messages at a time. Seemingly in the immediate aftermath of the event he began with, "And so it shall be done," followed by enough nearly an hour later, however, it was the following tweet, accompanied only by a blood drop, that may be a warning of what's to come. It was a gift from the Godfather, where Godfather's saying, "I'm gonna make him an offer," and it just had, like a blood drip on it. So we'll see what happens there, but, Roman has been at odds with the Usos since WrestleMania when Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn defeated them to become the WWE Tag Team Champions, as the divide only grew further when they also lost their rematch on the April 28, 2023 episode of SmackDown. It's why Roman inserted himself and Solo into the tag title picture last month as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. Did not appreciate it when the Usos jumped KO and Sami on May 19th, not to mention Jimmy and Jey did not accompany the Bloodline into the ring this past Saturday either. Now the cracks are simply too big to ignore, but with the celebration of Roman reaching 1,000 days as champion for this Friday's SmackDown, it remains to be seen just what Rikishi will do. Exciting stuff, guys. So anyway, like I told you guys, 6 out of 10. For Monday Night Raw tonight. Let me know what you guys think, and that's going to do it for me right here on this episode of Beyond the Ring with Big T, everybody. So I'll see all of you next time. Yes, there will be next time for me right here on Beyond the Ring with Big T. That'll be for your AEW Dynamite coverage on Wednesday night. Don't forget us, and we won't forget you. And of course, we want the best, and yes, I do mean the absolute best for all of your professional wrestling needs. Right here on the internet, right here on YouTube.com today. Always remember to think Beyond the Ring with Big T. And of course, everybody, thank you very much for watching and listening to your WWE Monday Night Raw review and result show for today, Monday, May 29, 2023. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. So there you go. Good booze. Alright, there you go. But anyway, as always, everybody, always remember, never forget that I'm your host, Big T. I'll see all of you at the matches, and I'll see all of you for your AEW Dynamite coverage on Wednesday nights. So, take care, everybody. I love you all. And, of course, happy Memorial Day. And good night, everybody. Ha, 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 ha. It feels good to be back.
This is M-Dog 20, Matt Cross. We're in Cleveland, Ohio, and you were checking out Beyond the Ring with my man, Big T. Thank you, man. Big T.
Hello, this is EC3 of TNA Wrestling, and you are so very fortunate because you are watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.
This is the bad boy Joey Janela, and you're watching Beyond the Ring. Big T.